Hello, 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 hello. We're seeing what is happening. Okay, there we go. Okay, so if my computer decides that it's going to be dumb and disappear, I apologize. Hi guys, Jasmine Sanflone, that tarot goddess here. It is August 8th. It is Lionsgate. The energy today is it's a lot, even for my relatively intense experience. Um, I am a Gemini sun, those of you who know me, Gemini sun, Scorpio moon, Sagittarius rising. That's a lot. It's like a lot of all the allotness. So intensity is one of the things that I do best. However, I don't know if I've been handling the intensity of this as well as I would have liked, but it's totally fine. I'm rolling with it. I'm here. We're going to be doing some readings. I'm chilling everywhere with my altar and everything. Here live for you guys for the Lionsgate. We're going to talk a little bit about all of the new stuff that's going on with the Tarot Goddess. Yeah, I totally just moved my computer and it just like moved everything. Yeah, there's a lot going on and want to get you guys all updated. So if you guys have questions, you want to get a reading, comment. If you're catching this on the replay, remember anything that I said, it's like a general kind of thing. Tends to be timeless, kind of, you know, if it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's totally fine. Making my list now, so go ahead and get yourselves on the list. I'll probably be live for about half an hour, I'm thinking today, maybe a little bit longer. You guys know we usually go for about an hour, so I'm happy to see you all. Thank you so much for tuning in, and yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. So for those of you who are just seeing me for the first time, if you guys do not know who I am, my name is Jasmine Sanflone. I'm also known as that tarot goddess. I'm an expert tarologist, an energy healer, and a radical guide DNA activation practitioner, spiritual mentor, priestess, magician, sorceress, all sorts of fabulous things. Basically, I walk the line between here and the great beyond. In order to bring you guys messages that can help you move forward. My mission is to teach women how to become the most liberated version of themselves, the one that they were sent here to be, so that they can live the lives that the divine has set down for them. All right. That would be my 9-year-old in the background coughing. You okay, Ben? Are you gonna eat that other burger? Yeah. Okay. Just checking. So yeah. So that's what's going on. This has been a crazy year for me. Last year, this time, I was selling my house, in the process of getting ready to move, starting brand new relationships with people, and really pouring myself into this particular calling, which is teaching people how to use the tarot to change their lives, right? And it's been amazing to me what is possible in the space of a year if you allow it. It's amazing to me what's possible in the space of a year if you give yourself the space to make the changes that are necessary, to do the things that you really want to be doing, and actually like call those things to yourself and be serious about that. Because it's incredibly difficult. Oh, this is interesting. Sorry, I just like clicked over to Facebook to see like what was happening and if anybody could actually see what was happening. And I'm actually wondering if this is even streaming to Facebook. Oh no, it is. I can see myself now. Ha. Okay. Because sometimes the internet likes to be the internet. But yeah, so becoming dedicated and really giving yourself an opportunity to explore what's possible for you and getting the support that you need. Over the course of the last year, I have worked with numerous people to help my energetics expand, to be able to hold what it is that I'm trying to create. And I know that I will need to be doing more deep work with that. And I'm also very aware of the fact that in order to expand, there needs to be, it's like, okay, There's a very specific reason why magical traditions tended to do more powerful workings in groups. Okay. And it's because the more people that you have, the more access points to the divine, which is what we really are. We are access points to the divine. The more access points to the divine that you have, supporting a goal, supporting a dream, supporting an energetic journey, the more potency there is behind that. And that doesn't necessarily mean that we can't do big things by ourselves. We can, but when we have the opportunity to expand and connect with other people, it just really creates such a bigger experience, right? So that's what I'm here to do, is to get that support and give it in return. So I will always be that person who's like, if you want to figure out how to do something on your own, absolutely, but get support when you can, because there's always more people out there to support you than you think there are, right? So we're gonna, just keep chatting in here for a little bit, see who else pops on to get a reading tonight. If nobody pops on, then I have one person on my list whose reading I'm absolutely going to do, either that or I will pop it in her inbox. I don't know yet. Yeah, it's craziness. So we've got a full moon coming up in addition to this Lionsgate energy. That is going to be on the 11th. I am holding a circle, but my circle for the full moon this month is going to be pre-recorded because fortunately and unfortunately, I have plans that particular evening. So I will not be available to hold a live thing that evening. And I can't do it on Friday either because I have plans that evening too. It's been very, very busy. So we're going to pre-record that on Wednesday night, and that'll be available in the Tarology Academy for those of you who know what that is. If you don't know what that is and you haven't heard about the Tarology Academy and you would like to get more information on it, please slide into my DMs and we will chat about that. You can also set up like 15-minute quick calls with me, like if you just want to know whether or not particular offering, a particular container that I have is good for you. You can absolutely do that. Otherwise, yeah, there's just all sorts of new stuff coming down the pike. Tarology Academy is open for the first 10 days of every month. You want to get in there before we have our circles and before, like, once all the stuff is like announced for that particular month. And we're working on getting all the links and all the content and everything fixed and solid and ready in there. I'm really hoping to have that completely done before September. But with day job stuff, it gets a little bit challenging, but I'm working on it for you guys. I love you. And then the other thing that I want you guys to all be very, very aware of is the fact that in October, there's going to be a very special opportunity for 6 women to come and learn how to take all of their energetic blueprint information. Okay, so all of it from your birth chart to your human design to your messages that you have through your spirit guides and all of that kind of stuff. I have a couple of other things that I'm like kind of keeping under wraps right now, but we're going to take all of that information. We are going to decode it, and we're going to give you a roadmap through this container to use that information to move yourself from where you are to where you want to be. Okay, it's a 6-month container, so it runs October to May, and then it opens up again and it runs from May to October. So we are working with those cross quarters, okay, the Samhain portal and the Beltane portal, the birth and the death and the rebirth, and that whole cycle that happens, the end of the year and the midpoint of the year. So as you are thinking about what you're going to be investing in for yourself for 2023, consider that, okay? And it's going to be a significant investment in both time and resources, let's put it that way. Because energetically what we are doing is we are aligning you with every single thing that you were meant to have, okay? So that is what we are doing for those 2 days. Now, is anybody out there who wants to get a reading? Who's watching who wants some cards? I'm pulling cards, guys. I've got my cards. They're right here. We're using Light Seer's deck tonight. So we're going to totally do this and get this going. You guys see on TikTok, I posted that we are no longer pulling our cards in the morning to tell us what energies we're facing. We're pulling our cards intentionally to tell us what energies we want, because we have the power to call stuff in. Okay. One thing I know a lot of people, you pull a card to see how your day is going to go, and then you pull some cards to figure out how to deal with it. What if we did this? What if we pulled a card to see how we wanted our day to go? Like 9 of Cups, for example. And then we pulled 3 cards. We just did a 3-card spread real quick to figure out how to make that happen, right? So in this case, that would be releasing nightmares, releasing, and relaxing, right? All those things. So I want to see how you guys do with that. I'm going to post a channel for daily polls in my Discord. I don't know if you guys have my Discord. Excuse you. If you guys have my Discord, I will put a link to that at the bottom of this video for today. Yeah, hold on one second. I have all these stupid notifications popping up. Let's close them. I love how I've got people watching and nobody talking. That's okay. Y'all being quiet and shy tonight. That is totally fine. Nobody wants to get whatchamacallit. Okay, so these are all going to be supposed to be individual readings, right? And I only have one person who has signed up to get one. So I'm going to stay on. Let me see if I can see y'all in Facebook. And of course, now my computer is going to act like a fool. But if I can see you guys in Facebook, then I will read directly to Facebook instead of through the restream. I know who's messaging me. Get the messenger up. No, I don't want that. I cannot see the comments, Chiquita. I love you guys. Okay, I see you guys now. Like I can see you in the Facebook, but I cannot see you in the whatchamacallit. Oh, wow. Okay. Y'all, thank you for commenting. I see a whole bunch of you now. I see you in whatchamacallit. My computer may or may not decide to not be stupid here because it loves to be stupid. But we're going to try to make this work, okay? Okay, so who I've got? We've got Yeside, whose book I have upstairs in my room and I wanted to show you guys. But of course I left it upstairs, so I don't have it. But she wrote a book and it's called Black Church Girl Adjacent. And it's amazing. And you guys need to get it. Okay. So yes, Yeside, I got you. Chiquita, I got you. You see my hair? Chiquita, my curls are popping today. It's like crazy. Maggie, I got you. All right. And then I will do L'Oreal's after I do Maggie's. So we've got so far Yeside, Chiquita, Maggie, and then L'Oreal, who's not with us tonight, but she's actually she's actually out reading or activating DNA today, which is really cool. I appreciate you guys. I have no idea why it decided not to post my comments to Restream today. I'm gonna have to troubleshoot that. It probably has something to do. I'm not even gonna pretend like I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, thank you guys for actually commenting because I was really like, why is nobody? Okay. You see that? Let's see what we've got for you. So far, we only have one card. It might just be the one message. It might just be the one message. Really? Okay, thank you. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. All right. So we got 3 cards for you today. Today we have for Lionsgate. Please stop flipping all over the place cards. Cooperate. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the 3 of Swords, and we have the 8 of Pentacles. Okay. So as we're sitting here with these particular energies, it's just going to feel heavier. Things are going to feel like heavier than you're expecting them to. They don't need to, though, right? It is a part of the healing that comes about from putting yourself out there in the way that you truly wanted to. So you took all of this fast moving thought-based action with this book, right? And it's deeply tied to what you do for work. And it's going to be a little bit painful as you experience some people's this is yesterday's reading, Chiquita. Rejection of this, okay? It's not in any way a reflection on you, but it is a reflection on the deeper healing that is going to come from this, okay? And that is an opportunity for you to break open in a new way and allow the fire to be not reduced, quelled in a way that you're not used to. So it's going to be a little bit challenging, but this is all for the good. Okay, so this is like the healing that needs to happen to take you to the next stage, if that makes sense. Yes. Yes. Anything else? I hope that makes sense. They're being very, very succinct today. So yes, so there's a bunch of stuff here that you're not gonna be able to control. This is the Emperor reversed. This is not necessarily the time for you to boss up. This is kind of the time for you to step back. This is the time for you to let your feelings rule. This is the time for you to allow yourself to be more soft, okay, if that makes sense. All right, because it feels like a time that you should be like taking charge, but there's going to be a lot of receptivity on your side, if that makes sense. All right, okay. I hope that that was helpful. Ooh, messages are loud. My daughter is eating 2 kinds of crackers right now, and I'm like, she's supposed to be eating her dinner. Crackers. Okay, so we are doing Chiquita's next. Chiquita. Yes, re-listening is probably good. These messages are coming through very Chiquita quickly and with a lot of interesting information. All right. Okay. So far, we've got swirling vortexes and lots of blue. Oh, but lots of red. Okay. You're in a creative phase. Okay, Chiquita, got the Empress for you. Major creative phase. It's very, these cards are incredibly color coded. However, we got 3 reversals for you. Okay. We got the Fool reversed. We have the 5 of Cups reversed and the 6 of Swords reversed. You are doing good. That's not, this is not a whatchamacallit, rebuke. This is more of a, just what's going on right now. Okay. 3 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles upright. Okay. Yep. Ma'am. Okay. There's a lot of looking towards what's coming next, but not necessarily feeling ready to, or nope. Okay. So there's releasing in grief. There's releasing in grief. However, you're tired of the releasing in grief because of the idea in your head that if you release and you need to start over, you don't need to start over once things are released, okay? Allow the new perspective to inform where you've already been. allow the new perspective to come through and tell you where it is that you're going next. Okay. And don't put off the enjoyment, okay, of the things that you've created because of a fear that you're not where you're supposed to be yet. That is not what's happening here, okay? What's happening is you're gestating. You're like definitely birthing something bigger, something new. But in order for the new things to be born through you, right? You've got to be able to let some stuff go. So allow yourself to grieve, allow yourself to feel, allow yourself to process, allow yourself to go on the journey when you don't know what the end is. Keep following that energy, because it's going to take you to the place where the new stuff is being born. Don't resist it. Don't resist it. Keep it flowing, keep it going. I'm going to pop right over to Restream real quick just to make sure that nobody else, yeah, the chat thing is just not working today, and that's fine. I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, you're doing fine. You're absolutely doing fine. It's just a matter of allowing yourself to feel these depths of feelings, let the emotions wash through you, let the emotions wash over you, and understand that that's kind of part of how you be in the world. There's nothing wrong with that. You're just a watery creature. Like there's nothing wrong with that. The emotions are part of how you process. So instead of like trying to tamp them down and not feel them in an effort to, hey Biba, and an effort to get somewhere else, that's just how you be, who you are, what's going on, right? So yeah, so that's what I've got for you. Miss Maggie, you are up next. Maggie's been doing some amazing work with her crone archetype stuff, and I'm loving it because I am approaching my crone years. I'm still trying to hold on to my mother years. Still trying to hold on to my maiden years, tell you the truth, but my crone years are quickly approaching. And being able to embrace that, welcome that wisdom, that healing is a beautiful thing. Yes, Biba, I can put you on for a card. I'm doing L'Oreal's right after Maggie's, and then you will be next. Maggie's got some threes. We've got threes for Maggie. Okay. So we have the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Cups, which I absolutely adore. Triples when we're talking about maiden mother crone stuff. That makes me very happy. And then we have the Emperor and the Five of Cups. Ooh, okay. So this is kind of like a bittersweet time where you are celebrating, rejoicing in the collaborations and the experiences that you've been having with people. You're definitely feeling the connections that you're making. You're definitely reveling in the growth that you've had, but at the same time, there is a little bit of this push and pull with how you thought you were going to show up. Okay, how you were expected to show up, and still that reconciliation between what was supposed to happen versus how things are unfolding. It is okay to feel weird about that. It is okay to have those sticky kind of, it's like incongruous grief, like grieving about stuff that you thought you weren't attached to. So like letting go of things that you thought were going to happen, and even though you had accepted that they weren't going to happen, still feeling like this is weird that I'm grieving this, I don't even know why. That's okay. Allow that to move through you. Allow yourself to do whatever you need to process that. It's part of your particular lesson this time around, and that's totally okay. one thing I want all of you to know is that my number one message to you is that whatever you're going through is okay. It's good because it's happening for a reason, right? If somebody else is not doing it to you, my 13-year-old is in here dancing. I don't know what. Go away. I love you, but go away. If you're not being victimized, if nobody is taking advantage of you, if you're not allowing yourself to be trodden upon, then what is happening is okay. We all process things differently, right? We all go through things differently. We all experience this journey called life differently. And the feelings that come up, there's nothing wrong with any of them. There's no need to push any of them away. We need to experience them because God knows if you try to push them away, they're going to come back. They always do. And it's necessary to just acknowledge sometimes, hey, this is what I'm feeling. Okay. Let me see what I can do with that in my energy. Like just move through it and have it be what it is, because it is okay to feel what you're feeling. All right. So as you are dealing with this, Maggie, just remember that you have got your people to lean on. So we're here to support you as you integrate this kind of, heavy feeling of this transition energy. It seems to be a big theme of this year is transition energy, just moving through all of the things that are shifting and changing for us as all of this feels like weirdness. It's like we really did. Benjamin, that's loud, sweetie. You need something to fidget with that's quiet? He can't hear me. It's like we went through a portal in 2020 and so much is shifting and change. Like there is the before, it does not exist anymore. And so we all have to figure out how to fit into where we're going to be fitting from now on going forward. And it's not always comfortable. It's not always comfortable. I know for myself, like I don't even want to tell you guys, that's my day job today, which I love. I love my day job. I do. It's brand new. I've been there for about a month now. And I thought to myself, this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm like, I have to last longer than a month. I have a plan. This is a plan. There's a plan. We're going to stick with the plan because I have to be dedicated to what I'm doing. But it's difficult. It doesn't mean it's easy. But I have to grieve what I thought was going to happen and experience all of these weirdnesses and allow myself to grow into the person that I'm wanting to be. All right. I hope that was helpful for you, Maggie. Thank you so much. What did I say was next? I'm doing L'Oreal's next. Yes, I'm doing L'Oreal's next. Okay. I'm gonna tag her real quick. L'Oreal Moss. Okay, L'Oreal, I'm starting yours right now. I wish there was like a way to like tag timestamps on these videos. There isn't unless you like go through and edit it. Aha! She's got Earth in her cards because of her Virgo stuff. Ooh, is that an 8 of Wands? Knight of Pentacles and an 8 of Wands reversed because speed. And the page. Okay, Miss L'Oreal. Here's the deal. There is a path. It has been set out. You are supposed to be following it, leaving a trail, having people understand slow and steady wins the race. However, it's in direct contrast to the speed which you would like for things to be happening right now. No, they are not going to happen quickly. Please don't get on camera. Why? They can't see you. You're too tall now. The speed with which things are supposed, or you feel like things are supposed to be happening. And as a result, you are very tempted to go back and start with some fuck shit. All right, don't. This is a pattern. This is a pattern. It's a pattern and it is messing with your coins, okay? We have to allow ourselves to be in this messy middle. We have to allow ourselves to sit in this space, to feel this discomfort, to feel this energy of, it's almost resistance, but it's not exactly resistance. It is this energy of pushing and then not breaking through, because the breaking through comes when we commit 150% to ourselves. We're not pulling back this time. Do not pull back this time, okay? The pulling back is what is causing the stop and start cycle, okay? So we're not going back to the stop and start cycle. What we need to do is stick with what you are doing right now for another good 3 months. Yes, I said 3 months. I know you don't want to. 90 more days. 90 more days. See it through the rest of this energetic, couple more moon cycles. Give to it. Pour your energy into it, okay? Is the energy always going to be like high and intense? No, it's not, but it's still going to be your energy. And that's the important part. You have to nurture it. You got to help it grow. You got to like really nurture these roots here, especially with all of this earth energy, because the temptation here is to burn it all down. We're not burning it down. We have to stay there and stay in that stable place. We can't burn it all down, right? I hope that was helpful for you. Let's see. So a word about that to all of you guys. The way, and I say this on every single one of my readings, the way that we get set up, oh my gosh, in this society for this idea of having to get stuff quick and move on to the next thing. Like, for many of us, that is not how our energy works. I know that in terms of being able to create and actualize and manifest in my life, I can create really, really quick, but the shit will pop in and pop out if I do not give actual, dedicated, deep rooted energy to it, okay? And that makes a lot of sense. Like if you don't bring something down into that earth energy, which is the actual physical manifestation, and into your root chakra, which holds stuff down into the earth, like there's a whole energetic thing behind this. If we don't pull that through, if we don't let it sit, if we don't let it settle, it can't stay. Things can't stay. You know, our words, they vibrate in our ears and then they disappear. If we don't ground them so that they become something that we feel viscerally in our bodies, which does not happen until we get stuff into our deeper chakras, like it's not going to stay. So we have to make sure that we are giving the energy and giving it all of the energy, the rooted energy, the deep down energy, in order for the things that we are creating to stay and actually gain fruition in our lives, right? You can't grow fruit on something, on a plant that doesn't have deep roots. It has to root first. So we really need to make sure that we are doing that with all the things that we're trying to create. It's really tempting, especially, you know, doing all this internet marketing, since a lot of us run our businesses online. It's really tempting to want to just be like, okay, throw something and see what happens. But that's not how we create deep rooted, grounded things. It has to go through our whole energetic system. It's a requirement, otherwise it doesn't stick around. That is something that I have learned. It has been a challenge for me because I have one, I think, yeah, nope, two. I have 2 earth signs in my chart. Okay, I have my midheaven is Virgo, and which is probably where my love of organization comes from, and my Chiron is in Taurus. So I don't have a lot of earth in my chart. So getting things grounded for me is super difficult. Super difficult. I can intellectualize till the cows come home because I'm full of earth, or full of air rather. And I can emotionalize until the cows come home because I've got Scorpio and I have Cancer in my chart. And I will sure as like, because all the you know, Sagittarius, have a lot of Sagittarius in my chart. But no, when it comes to grounding, I suck at it. So this is something that I have learned the hard way. Because things will go really, really well as long as I'm giving my energy. As soon as I stop, if I didn't ground it down, if I didn't root it in something, then it becomes incredibly difficult. So before I do Biba's thing, just want to tell you guys again about my container that's starting in October. It is called Skeleton Key. It is taking all of your energetic blueprints, laying them out, telling you exactly who you are and what that means for how you need to move in the world. All right, how you need to move in the world. Using magic, using all of the amazing tips and tricks that I have learned through my years as a mystic, through my study of the esoteric, through my studies of psychology, through my studies of anthropology and sociology, all of that information, how you move through the world based on who you are energetically. It is the key to opening the doors that you thought were closed. All right, so that's Skeleton Key. I'm really excited about how this whole thing is going to be working. It's going to change people's lives because it's difficult to put all of that stuff together, right? Like to figure out like, what does it mean if I'm, you know, an Aries moon and a Gemini rising and my human design type is projector, and like, what does that all mean? How does that fit together? What should I do with that information? And we can talk about what that means, how that means you should move, what that means you should do. And I'm super psyched to be able to work with 6 wonderful women in that container. There's going to be an application process. Hopefully it'll be people who have worked with me in the past. It's a one-on-one and group component, and it's a 6-month program. So super excited. Curriculum and all that stuff will be finished before the end of the summer. So I'm like super psyched. So now that that is said, of course, I still have my temperance offerings available, and Skeleton Key is available as a VIP day, which will be launching in October as well. So hopefully I'll see you guys in some of those things, because I swear I was like, we're going to change people's lives. It's going to be so much fun. All right, more cards. Okay, Miss Biba, you are up next. What's the matter, Ben? You want to go to bed? It's 8:23. Go tell Daddy. I'll be done here in a minute. So it looks like I'm gonna have to be like exactly on time today because my middle little is sleepy. Well, he was up. I got in the shower this morning to get ready to go to work. He was already up and downstairs with his sister, and I'm like, I don't know if these kids are this early rising. Ooh. Okay, this one in particular. Okay, but you're not going to be happy with me, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. Oh goodness. Biba. Who put Fruit Loops in my chair? It was Gigi. Not the whole deck this time, but we got 5 cards. 3 of them are reversed. Okay. We got some of these cards for you last time, ma'am. So we're going to talk about that. Okay. 2 of Cups reversed, 7 of Swords reversed, 4 of Pentacles reversed. Okay, thank you. The Tower reversed, and the Page of Swords. Come give me a hug. If you come over here, they can't see you.
Don't worry.
Love you. Mwah. Go upstairs. All right. You are doing good. Night, Gigi. Okay, so you are doing good. The thing is that there's just that extra step of believing that you're worthy. Okay. The 7 of Swords thing. You're holding on too tightly. You are holding on too tightly to, what is it? What is it? Okay. So you and your alternate self have to have a conversation because you are the same person. And you've been doing a lot to separate it, which is a very Gemini thing to do. But it's time for the overlap so that you can claim what is yours to claim instead of believing that part of you was unworthy. Like, because we've got all this Four of Pentacles energy and not feeling like, feeling like it's like imposter syndrome on steroids, right? And that's why with the Two of Cups is reversed here, because we've got all of this imposter syndrome on steroids. Living your life 100% as you, okay, as you, right, would cause in your mind a disruption in the force, I would call it, okay? And it's going to feel like a tower moment, right? It's going to feel like a tower moment. It's going to feel like everything's falling apart. It's going to feel like nothing works. But the messages that you've been receiving, the information that you've been receiving, is telling you that you need to integrate. And yeah, okay. Because you're attaching yourself to you're attaching yourself more to the success of the other parts, right? And that is causing a feeling of unfairness. And it's gonna like it's you need you see this split here, you see the split here. You need to bring everything back to a whole, and that's going to take some resting and inner work. Yes, be who you are and don't think that you need to you are the performance, if that makes sense. You're not putting on a performance. That's you. That's actually you. And Rack City B has allowed you to play in a space that you've always wanted to be in. And now you understand that that's who you actually want to be, right? And it's time to allow yourself to be that all the time, whenever, right? It was the door opening to allow you to step out in your fullness. And now your fullness has been realized. So we don't want to draw too tight of a line between who you truly are and your hiding self. Remember, we used to talk a lot about how you were still hiding. You stopped hiding, but now you've got a persona, and now you're like, okay, so I have a persona. Personas are cool, but are we gonna take off the mask and the costume and step into that's you and let it be like, yeah, this is me. This is always me. This is who I am. I got the big boobs and I like it, and they're out, and you see me, and I see you, and you see me, like that. Okay. So be all of who you are, and it's gonna feel a little bit uncomfortable at first, but you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. You always are. Yeah, live in that discomfort. Let it be what it is, but you're like totally ready, right? So I just checked the restream. For some reason, the note I put to L'Oreal popped up and nothing else has. I do not understand it. Whew. Awesome. I love you. My child is downstairs chuckling. I love you guys. Yeah, that's all I've got for you guys tonight. I actually need to go do my own Lionsgate stuff. I hope that you guys enjoyed this evening. Thank you for hanging out with me. I know Monday night is a weird time to do readings, but it called for it. The portal is open. Anybody wants to pop into my inbox and ask to get off my altar? Get down. Get down. Amy's being a pain in the butt. Meow, you want to come up and say hi? Come say hi. Come on. Come on. Come up. Yes. Okay, so this is Amy. Oh my gosh. Nope. This is Amy. She is not as sweet as Midnight. Midnight was a sweetheart. Or is a sweetheart. She's in the basement. This one is fur and claws and fury, but I love her and she loves me. So now she's gonna bother me because I'm paying attention to you guys again. Yes, meow, you're fine. Yes, you're fine. She's the youngest and the smallest in the house, so she acts like she's the biggest and the meanest. She does everything with her claws out. It's terrible. Ow! Including, oh my God, my leg. I'm fine. I love you guys. I will talk to you all later. You guys know where to find me. I'm here. I will be posting things throughout the week as this energy starts to resolve, and I will talk to you guys all later. All right, bye. Let's see if I can remember how to turn this off.